When we heal Earth, we heal ourselves. Apart from regular topic, this is me, Smita Anil, faculty of India International School, is here with another thought-provoking topic. UAE have put forth a lots of innovative methods towards environment protection. Even then, as the world is developing and advancing, we human beings will surely destroy the earth in one way or the other. So, here I am with few ways of waste management techniques without affecting the nature adversely. Plastic pollution is the big threat. So, first I will share one of the interesting and innovating method to reduce this problem. That is waste plastic in interlock pavements. We all are familiar with concrete interlock pavements. In this method, each paving tile contains 200 plastic bags. Different plastic melt and burn at different temperatures. So it is important to be certain to only have one kind of plastic. Low density plastic is commonly used for this technique. Low density plastic is used for low cost plastic bags, water pouches, and wrapping film. It is stretchy. Experiment with different amount of sand and low density plastic. The different amount can be used for different purpose. Slab, tiles or bricks. For example, we use 25 kg of plastic bags and 25 kg of sand and we made paving tiles suitable for car parks and roads. If the plastic has dust or dirt in it, you will see small flames. Keep the temperature below 85 degrees Celsius so the plastic does not burn. If you are using an oil drum, the ideal size is 80 cm wide and 50 cm deep. Oil the mold and table so the tiles do not stick. These tiles are as strong as concrete paving tiles. You can drive a 5-ton truck over them. At 200 bags in each tile. If just 20 people get inspired to make 250 tiles each, that would mean a million plastic bags put to good use. People all around the world are turning plastic into useful products. We will share this information that will help inspire others. Next, I would like to discuss how can prepare biodegradable plastic. Bio-based plastic also have the unique potential to reduce GHG emissions or even be carbon neutral. Plants absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide as they grow. Using plants to produce bio-based plastic constitutes a temporary removal of greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. Biodegradable films based on starch from different botanical sources exhibited psychochemical and functional properties which were related with the starch characteristics. However, had inadequate mechanical properties and were hard and brittle. Jackfruit seed starch, plasticized with glycerol, were developed and characterized. The starch and glycerol concentration range from 2 to 6% and 20 to 60 gram per 100 gram starch, respectively. Bioplastic were obtained by the casting method and characterized in terms of color, mechanical properties, solubility, water vapor permeability, morphology, and free energy of the hydrophobic interaction. Electronic micrographics showed the presence of some intact starch granules. The bioplastic were hydrophilic and those of 6% starch and 40% glycerol were the most hydrophilic. Thickness of the bioplastic made with different concentrations of starch and glycerol range from 0.099 to 0.1599 millimeter. A linear effect of the starch on the thickness was found, in which thickness increased with increasing starch concentration. The increase in starch concentration is associated with higher concentration of amylose and amylopectin, which result in higher solid content in the film forming. Next, here I am going to discuss one of the machine that machine we are using to separating the waste material. So that's why we are calling that is waste segregating machine. We already discussed day by day the waste products are increasing. Everyone's are throwing all waste material together. No one is ready to separate out this. Here I am sharing a solution for this difficulty. That is waste segregating machine. This machine will identify the waste material with the help of a CAM scan and separate out into different bins like recyclable waste or non-recyclable waste. This way, we can reduce pollution. Next, here I am discussing one of the farming technology, LoRa farming technology. The LoRa module for smart farming provides agribusiness with a cost-effective way to incorporate technology that will help their business grow. Smart farming technology helps you grow more with less waste by effectively managing the planting, irrigation, fertilization, and harvesting of our crops. In this project, we're going to learn about LoRa-based smart agriculture and remote monitoring system. Smart agriculture means monitoring environmental conditions that influence crop production and track livestock health indicators. It's based Internet of Things technology for agriculture enables efficiency that reduce environmental impact, maximize yield, and minimize expense. Smart agriculture use cases based on LoRa devices and the LoRa protocol have demonstrated significant improvements, such as a 50% water reduction for commercial farms. In this project, we will use the LoRa soil moisture sensor based on microcontroller. So LoRa module M95 and humidity or temperature sensor. The AHT10 digital humidity and temperature sensor measures the local air temperature and humidity. The capacitive soil moisture sensor will measure the soil humidity or moisture. Hence, all the measured data can be sent wirelessly up to 15-kilometer distance and can be read by the receiver. Both the transmitter and receiver is designed using the LoRa module. The transmitter operates on low power mode using a AAA battery. The device can be operated over a year. The device power can be controlled and data sending intervals can be increased as per requirements. Thus, the advantage of this technology includes long range, low power wireless qualities that enable the use of low cost sensors to send data from the farm to the cloud where it can be analyzed to improve operation. Next, I am going to discuss how can reduce food waste pollution. Is we can make some useful product from these food waste. Food waste is one of the major problem we are facing today. So we can reduce that pollution some extent through this way. Here I am discussing how can make soap from food waste. We can make different types of soap from different food waste like tea leaves, milk pulp, fibers, etc. For this method, take weight amount of sodium hydroxide, add this to the water and mix it with a stainless spoon and then allow to cool at 36 degrees Celsius. Then take coconut oil and sunflower oil in another beaker and sodium hydroxide solution add to this oil mixture. Then mix it properly. Then we want to add little amount of food waste like tea leaves or milk pulp or fibers to this solution and mix it with blender. After that, pour this solution to the soap molding tray. Cover it with cardboard and cloth. After 24 hours, we will get a perfect shaped biocatalytic soap. The next, we know we all are aware about the dangers of the sanitary napkins that are currently available in the market. These products are made of more than 90% plastic with super absorbent polymers and non-woven plastic components. Chemicals like dioxin, pesticides, and other endocrine disruptors go into their making. It's bad for both the environment and health. We can solve this problem very easily by using biodegradable reusable napkin with a cotton cloth. Although there are many methods of disposing of waste, in this session, let us take a look at some of the most commonly used methods that you should know about waste management. Throwing daily waste or garbage in the landfill is the most popularly used method of waste disposal used today. This process of waste disposal focuses attention on burying the waste in the land. Landfills are commonly found in developing countries. This method is becoming less these days, although, thanks to the lack of space available and the strong presence of methane and other landfill gases, both of which can cause numerous contamination problems. Landfills give rise to air and water pollution, which severely affect the environment and can prove fatal to the lives of humans and animals. Many areas are considering the use of landfill. Last now, gasification. Plasma gasification is another form of waste management. Plasma is primarily an electrically charged or highly ionized gas. Lighting is one type of plasma that produces temperatures that exceed 12,600 Fahrenheit. With this method of waste disposal, a vessel uses characteristic plasma torches operating at 10,000 Fahrenheit, which is creating a gasification zone till 3000 Fahrenheit for the conversion of solid or liquid waste into a syngas. During the treatment of solid waste by plasma gasification, the waste molecular bonds are broken down as a result of the intense heat in the vessels and elemental components. Thanks to the process, the destruction of waste and dangerous materials are found. This form of waste disposal provides renewable energy and an assortment of other fantastic benefits. Recovery and recycling. Resources recovery is the process of taking useful discarded items for a specific next use. These discarded items are then processed to extract or recover materials and resources or convert them to energy in the form of usable heat, electricity, or fuel. Recycling is the process of converting waste products into new products to prevent energy usage and consumption of fresh raw materials. Recycling is the third component of produce, reuse, and recycle waste hierarchy. The idea behind recycling is to reduce energy usage, reduce the volume of landfill, reduce air and water pollution, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and preserve natural resources for future use. Waste to energy, also widely recognized by its acronym, waste to energy is the generation of energy in the form of heat or electricity from waste. Waste to energy process involves the conversion of non recyclable waste items into usable heat, electricity, or fuel through a variety of processes. This type of energy is a renewable energy source as non-recyclable waste can be used over and over again to create it. Next one is a very familiar and simple method, composting. Composting is an easy and natural biodegradation process that takes organic waste, that is remains of plants and garden and kitchen waste, and turns into nutrient rich food for your plants. Composting, normally used for organic farming, occurs by allowing organic materials to sit in one place for months until microbes decompose it. Note that the composting is often deemed to be one of the best method of waste disposal as it can turn unsafe organic product into safe compost. The process, however, has its downside. Some people have found it to be slow, while others have observed that it takes a lot of space. But regardless of these issues, many people are still embracing home composting approaches to manage and reduce waste. Special waste disposal methods. There are certain waste disposal that are considered hazardous and cannot be disposed of without special handling, which will prevent contamination from occurring. Biomedical waste is one example of such a waste disposal method. It is primarily practiced in healthcare facilities and similar institutions. The special waste disposal system effectively disposes of hazardous biomedical waste. The most easier method of waste management is to reduce the creation of waste material, thereby reducing the amount of waste going to landfills. Waste reduction can be done through recycling old materials like jar, bag, repairing broken items instead of buying a new one, avoiding the use of disposable products like plastic bag, reusing second-hand items, and buying items that use less designing. The recycling and composting are a couple of the best methods of waste management. Composting is so far only possible on a small scale, either by private individuals or in areas where waste can be mixed with farming soil or used for landscaping purposes. Recycling, on the other hand, can be widely used around the world, with plastic, paper, and metal leading the list of the most recyclable items. Most material recycled is reused for its original purpose. In some instances, they may also be sold for generating profits. As you can see, there are plenty of important things that you should know about waste management and disposal in order to ensure that you and the environment around you are safe. Thank you.